Shalom. Want to start off source by giving no praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kodash, the belonging apostles of JMS, and honors you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is the real name of whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, or Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh. The Son's true name is Yahweh Shai, and when we pray Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning dan, Sham meaning names, Yahweh, the name of Yahweh Shai. It's a quick one. I saw this quote and I found it quite funny. Right, it says bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit. Right, it reminded me of the saying that we have, right, of if a nigga can't get it, we're moving on, right? Because at the end of the day, right, this is the honey. The scriptures we're gonna get down the precepts. The scriptures, are likened unto honey, right? And the philosophies of this world in this context would be this shit, right? And there ain't no time if a nigga can't get it, nigga doesn't want to get it, right? We ain't gonna waste time, right? However, there's certain instances where, in fact, at the end of the day, scripture says we're the defenders of the gospel, right? So if we, hear, stuff being said that's dodgy and contrary to the doctrine, then yeah, we may, get on it, right, for the sake of the doctrine, right? For the sake of edification, scripture says, let all things be done unto edifying, right? But the saying is still the same, right? If a nigga can't get it, we're moving on, right? So just gonna grab a few precepts, where I'm gonna close it out, right? So first things first, right? Ezekiel 3, points in verse 3, right? We'll start from 1. So Moses said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this raw, and go speak unto the house of Israel, right? Referring to these scriptures, right? So I opened up my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll, right? And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness, right? So this true. Once again, it's likened unto like honey. So I liken unto sweetness, right? When you read the precepts of this, I believe Revelation, the 10th chapter, right? It basically also goes on to say, but when it comes into your mouth, it becomes, bitter, right? Because that's representative of all of the hardships that, will end up go through, right? Acts 14:22, through much tribulation shall enter into the kingdom of the Most High. However, the point you still stand is that, that doesn't then make the truth not a sweetness, right? And in the kingdom, it's all going to be good. It's all going to be blessed, right? So, what does the scripture say? On the contrary, though, right? It says, Titus 3:10, a man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition reject, right? I.e., don't waste your time with them, man, right? In fact, let me read into this. See where to start. Start from 9. It says, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain, right? It says a man that is an heretic of the first and second admonition reject, right? So, you get certain people that, asking things just to try and sow contention, right? You have people on the common board that'll try to sow contention between arguments. That's something the Most High hates, right? But then also, all of these different, questions that, really are just, pointless to be asked, right? Because once again, certain things are simple, right? And, you can see what spirit someone is coming in, because, scriptures do say also, right, to, the strong shall bear the infirmities of the weak, right? So you do get, some argument that, ain't as, that need a bit more help, right? Certain things may not come as easily to them, right? But those you can sense the sincerity in those things. But when someone's just being a demon for the sake of being a demon, then in those instances, once again, hey, if a nigga can't get it, we're moving on, right? Bees don't waste time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit, right? In 2 Corinthians 4:3, it says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, right? So if someone can't get it, it's because they ain't meant to get it, right? Because at the end of the day, the Most High has an elect, right? Predestined from the foundation of the earth. You read that in Ephesians, the 1st chapter, right? Around about the 4th verse, right? But if the Most High has an elect, then he's also got a deselect, right? An unelected, right? Those that he has set up to be destroyed, right? And then I'm just gonna get one more, right? This is Ezekiel 3:17. The Son of Man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. Right. So we are still meant to warn the peoples, right? That is what we have been set up to do, right? It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So that's why we still warn them. Right, but this is the point that I wanted, verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, right? But thou hast delivered thy soul. Right. So we don't need to feel a type of way. Right. If we've if the Lord has basically had it such that an individuals come, right, and he's asked questions, giving them the answer, he's being hard and stiff necked, right? Then guess what? That after the end of that, then there is no more we can do. We don't need to feel a way about not dealing with that individual, right? Don't need to stress ourselves out, giving one-on-one lessons, right, with someone that's just not gonna get it. Okay. And the scriptures, there's several other precepts you can go into. For instance, how in Proverbs 1 says, the Most High stretched out his hand, right, and then no man regarded, right. Therefore, that those individuals will be punished, right. Then also you have Hosea 5:15, right, which says in their affliction, right, they shall seek the Most High early, right, which goes into being diligent, right. They're gonna be seeking the Most High diligently in that day, right. But it's gonna be too late, right, because the opportunity to get is now, right. But hey, if you can't get it, then hey, we're moving on. Right, so just to recap the quote, right? Bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit. If a nigga can't get it, we're moving on. Shalom.